Hello everyone and welcome to Gierok Farms. In today's video we have some tires to put on. We're in between planting and first crop hay right now. If you've been watching the channel, you know this last winter we put some rear tires on the 7510. Well, we have a front set of tires for it too, so we're gonna start off by putting those on today. We also have some rear tires for the Super MTA, which are right here, and the fronts for the 7510 are here. So I'm gonna make some room here in the shop, get things kind of cleaned up, and we'll start changing some tires. We hope you enjoy the video. All right, we're gonna start off by getting the front fenders off. You've never had them off before, right?
No, these are original. We're just gonna do this one side in case we gotta get in here for skid steer for whatever reason or what. But what we don't want to do is have the wheels off and then it's in the way for getting
everything else. Because lately our tire luck has not been the greatest.
But we'll see now. I did the ones on the 74 twice, so we went through two sets. These tractors got similar hours, but those are bias. And this tire is extremely expensive, probably worth twice as much too. So really, all in all, on this farm, like for mowing the pastures and the really steep ground, that bias tire, that's a Titan short bar, long bar. Again, there's not that many hours on those tires. But these, just the shapes of the lugs, and I think it being biased or stiffer, they don't necessarily mold to the ground, they kind of cut in a bit. They do stick to the side hill. So the theory is what we find going on, and I know that guys that do this, that run these tires, so most of the Johnnies were coming what they call the 23 degree. This is a very good tire going straight ahead. It's the same tire we got on the back of that tractor anyway. But when you start like mowing hay, when you're coming around a corner and the downhill side, it's almost like the bulldozers where you got the slate slots, so it starts to slide on you. But with the dual on, now it kind of breaks up your lugs a little bit, so your dual helps support. So I know somebody's gonna ask, so we're gonna be chopping this year with that dual on. We got the dual on the other side. On this side, it would be too close to the windrow, but anyway, the support. So that's kind of our thoughts on tires, and maybe if you don't have a hilly farm, it doesn't really, you may not see that issue.
Wouldn't be so critical, but
no. But these are getting down there, and we got the wheel tires. It's time to just get them on and get it done with, because these tires will probably go for a long time yet. Let's see, there's a cut up here already and stuff. But I think age might, eventually get to them too. That's usually what happens with some of them tires, is they don't wear within their shelf life on stuff.
All right, we're gonna get that fender off and we're gonna get into it. Everything's gonna go smooth today.
slide out where you stand. There we go. You got it. So this bar used to be one of those. I found one in the dirt here when I bought the farm. Then I ended up finding another one somewhere. This is what you buy new. Now, if you can really get up close, now you look, see how thick he is here and how thin he is here. This is a better bar for tires. You can get in this thick one, you can't. So what I did, just because of that, I'm sure it's a 74 is what I did, is I cut this off. So that we go to our place where they sell all these tire tools. It's a pretty big place. And they've got bins full of bars, but nothing like this. So, but then we just cut it off. And then I thought of even grinding it down thinner if it needs to be something. So it's okay to adjust your tools. And then here I noticed too, so this one I had for quite a few years. And then we were there several months back and we get to looking. Okay, kind of looks the same, except it's thinner here, you know, to get it in, get the bite. And you kind of ask those people that specialize in that, and they have no rhyme or reason why they come up with something different like this. It's just what a tired guy would prefer. Maybe too big of a bite. I think we're going to have to hold stuff right here. This one. Right here, we gotta get him down in there. There he fell. Up here.
There you go, the bead set. That's good, we want that to happen. Look at the lugs on that thing. We're gonna have to be careful turning around now. Get that fender back on over there. Just a tad over 20 is what this side is. Yeah, over 20.
Get the jack out.
Right, we're swapping to the other side. We did that in less than an hour, so let's see if we can beat that on the next one.
Less than an hour.
Yep.
45 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, with the power editing, it probably looks like we did it in
I think
5 minutes.
If we exclude the camera, we did it pretty quick.
Yeah, I guess we did stop to talk a couple times. So
We have to adjust you guys.
yeah.
So we have to keep you guys out of the way and in the safe area.
Yeah, we don't want you guys getting run over or smashed. That has happened before. It's gonna look mean with 4 new tires. Those back ones maybe only have 30, 40 hours at the most from hauling manure this late winter, early spring. All right, 2:23. We're gonna time it.
think those ones on the 74 are about it. He's pretty loose with this. This lubricant probably pays off over fighting it.
$3:05, so what would it be? About 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
We had trouble sealing that one, so we had to wait for a compressor.
Yeah, we ended up putting just directly from, we bypassed the quick connect chuck on the hose.
Yeah, so that we just had hose,
union to tire, and waited for the compressor to fill.
We didn't try that on that back that time.
No.
It may not have worked. That was a pretty big gap we had going there. Mm-hmm. So I'm totally gonna get the fender on yet. That's a couple minutes.
Yeah, there you go. So I'd say with setup and takedown, you're looking at about an hour aside is what we can do. I'm sure somebody can do it faster, but I'd say on the farm with hand tools like that, that's pretty good. Really like them electric Milwaukee tools. I try to use them every chance I get. Dad, he's still old school. He grabs the ratchet first, or the straight wrench. Especially compared to the air, you can really save a lot of time with those electric tools. If your batteries are charged, it's just a grab and go. Really want to get a 3/8 stubby impact, a Milwaukee. If you guys have that, let me know if it's worth the money or not. Now, what do you got going on here?
Well, I got a really good tube, but it tore off stem. So what happened is somehow we might have caught the stem with a branch or something with the skid steer. But the tube it's a really heavy tube, so we just bought a stem. They're not for nothing, but we did that with that other tube and it held up. So we're just gonna fix that. I actually got two of them like that, but I gotta keep them on hand. I don't know if you pay $30 for these heavy tubes. I can't see the hole now.
All right, so we got the tire project done for this afternoon. Like I mentioned earlier, stay tuned for that MTA. That might become a mini quick restoration. The way Dad's talking, I'll throw some paint at it.
Let's go back.
If we get some free time this summer, that might happen. We got the tires for it, so that's for sure gonna happen.
Well, I remember when these tires got put on, 84. They're Firestone, all traction field and road. The tires we bought are the same. So what I want to do, there's that calcium chloride in here, that acidic stuff, and you can see by the rim here, it's probably, if it's a leak or what, but the other side's similar. So I remember we had this all apart. We might have did some work on the inside of that rim. I know we cleaned them all up real good. We painted everything, then we put it all back together and then put that stuff inside there, that same product. So my plan is to get that out, get these off, clean them up, paint them up, and then put everything back together, and then put the beet juice in. That they call it rim guard, but this company that comes out, we're gonna put that in there so we don't have that issue. But we're gonna have weight, and it'll be, I'm guessing they're filled to here. I mean, typically they say you can fill them just so it's below the highest point of the stem because of the hills and stuff. That's why we're pretty secure. So this one, when I was younger, as a teenager, this one we'd always use down the road. We had some land down the road Dad rented, and we would run this one on the road. We didn't have driver's license yet, so me and my brothers, so then we could sometimes hook two bale racks together that were loaded and go with the tractor instead of the pickup and stuff like that. It's worth fixing. We're gonna get that done up. Otherwise, everything on this thing, I know last fall, I think we did a video where we replaced the battery box. That was really rotted off. Almost kind of scary thinking that's holding the seat and everything, and it was pretty bad. Someday, I think we're gonna, or maybe be better yet, if you or Mason or somebody gets an itch and does the paint job, you know, like a really nice paint job where we take the hoods and polish everything and spray it up. Maybe take the starter off, so you get it looking really more original. I guess maybe not quite showroom, but it'd be nice to. This isn't gonna die, this one. I actually have more faith in this one being more up and going than Holly. But again, we don't use it nearly as much anymore. But I guess I'm a old farmer or Farmall, guy anyway, really. So
There's a little outlook on what's to come with Farmall MTA. It was a fun afternoon of changing them tires. We're getting good at that. It went pretty quick. And
I already knew, I said it'll be almost a miracle. Both sides just seal right up all quick like that. And then I think what happens is you kind of get sloppy later on because you think, oh, it was nothing. And then pretty soon you're taking shortcuts, and then you end up with something broken.
Yeah, what we were talking to, we might invest in a bigger line coming off the compressor so you get more flow right off the bat. And
yeah, thinking about, okay, so I don't know what they call that, 3/8 or what that is.
Go to an inch line.
And then I was thinking to have a valve right off the compressor that we would just use for something like that. We wouldn't have, so that way when we're using just blowing equipment off, we're not lugging this huge hose around either. So anyway, yeah. But that's simple stuff.
But anyways, it was a good video. It was fun to bring you guys along with. So we're gonna end this one off here. Thank you all for watching. Remember, like, share, comment, subscribe. Check us out, GierokFarms.com, and stay tuned for the future videos.